We've gone through these revolutions before, farmers with plows in the fields. And I think we've got about 6 years before.
The challenge will be fulfillment. How do you derive fulfillment and meaning in life?
So all of this is leading to, and it's a term you just mentioned, what is called the transhuman movement. And this is a new term. It means different things to different people.
In today's episode, I'll be going through several videos and, kind of sharing my thoughts on them. It's on AI. The Zeitgeist is here. Let's get to it.
AI already has an IQ of 120. Average
Really?
IQ in the world is 100. It's got 120 IQ. And people see, it's not that smart yet. I'm like, are you kidding me? It's got 120 IQ in every single subject known ever to humanity. It's the world's perfect polymath. And it's only going to get better. We'll be at 200, then 400, then 1,000, then 10,000, then a million. We've gone through these revolutions before. Farmers with plows in the fields get replaced and horse and carts get replaced. Everything gets replaced. And I think we've got about 6 years before the economy changes. The issue we've got coming with AI is that population growth has been falling all over the world. We talked about kids not having kids. And the entire Western world is now not at replacement. So you need 2.2 children per family.
This man's smart. Shout out to him. As he just said, we need about 2.2 children per family. I think in Australia, it's about 1.5 or 1.6 per family. So there's a decline in the Western society when it comes to children. I think in Africa, it's roughly about 4 point something. I don't know. So we're just growing in Africa, and here we're just going down. And then linking that up to what he's saying, the IQ level of AI in all subjects, it's like having one person that's a professional in everything. Think about it. Every single thing, every single sphere of life. And it's not just that. The more people rely on that, the more people trust that. So in this 6-year estimation that he just made, I think we're probably very much closer than that. But let's later on.
To just keep the population stable. Now we've got immigration. Okay, fine. But basically, all of the populations, China, Japan, Germany, Italy, Spain, the UK, not yet, because it's got a reasonable immigration rate, but the US, not yet. But the population rate of change is collapsing. Old people are not productive. We've got this record number of retirees. We've got like 20%, 10% of the entire US population is going to retire in the next 7 years as these baby boomers hit 70 to 75 and they start retiring. So we've got this non-productive, slow economy because of population growth shrinking, and then suddenly you put in infinite humans, which is what robots and AI are.
And oh wow. And this is where AI comes into play. Now we have AI as a professional across borders, never gets tired, no fatigue, no aging. And there's robotics on the other hand. All you need is a battery. So combine the two and you have humans with an IQ of 1,000 that can work without complaining, no leave, no fatigue, nothing. Just charge and ensure the models are retrained using reinforcement learning, and they would outperform humans. So what that's telling you is that the fourth industrial revolution we've been anticipating is definitely AI revolution in disguise. This is wild.
Anything better than a human can, cognitively, probably almost, I think in 10 years, based on the current rate of improvement, AI will be smarter than the smartest human. There will also be a massive number of robots.
By the way, I got to ask, how come your robots look so much like the creepy robots from iRobot? Was that intentional or just...
I was hoping he was going to say, yeah, just to mess with you.
It's not meant to look like any prior robot. We'll iterate the design. A lot of the robot parts are cosmetic. You'll be able to switch out the kind of snap-on cosmetic parts of the robot, make it look like something else if you'd like. So
It's really thoughtful.
there will be ultimately billions of humanoid robots. All cars will be self-driving.
in 10 years?
In 10 years, probably 90% of miles driven will be autonomous.
Huh.
Wow.
That fast?
Yeah. In 5 years, probably 50% of all miles driven will be autonomous.
Now, if AI will be smarter than any person, how many jobs go away because of that?
good question. And this is the part where I want us to really think. This is the part that concerns us as human beings. Let's let him speak.
And what do people do if you've got millions of people that are losing their jobs? Like that, a lot of people are understandably freaked out about that.
Well, goods and services will become as close to free. So it's not as though people will be wanting in terms of goods and services.
So why is that? Why are goods and services free in an AI world or close to free?
Well, you have, I don't know, call it tens of billions of robots. They will make you anything or provide any service you want for basically next to nothing. It's not that people will have a lower standard of living. They'll have actually a much higher standard of living. The challenge will be fulfillment. How do you derive fulfillment and meaning in life?
Is Skynet real?
I think there's a whole lot of questions going through back and forth. It's even hard to kind of get to touch on some of the things. And this reveals, how much of a genius he is, Elon Musk. But the problem here that I'm spotting is, he's being diplomatic in answering these questions. There's no problem in admitting to what's going to happen, right? People are going to lose their jobs, but what then would they do? Oh, you get goods and services at almost no cost. What is almost no cost like? What does that look like? Because if people can't control how much of the impact they can have in an economy, then the people who control the workforce can wake up one day and tell you that a bottle of water that should be $2-3 is now $300. If you don't want it, you got to go make yours. Go build your own AI company and make your own water factory. I think the downside would be that there would be a monopoly of this same AI that is for free out there. Some people may not even have access to even developing their own AI, right? So I think we're getting to a form of AI revolution where the people who control the robots and the AI should, or should I say, would now be the ones in charge of how people live their lives, because it's what they give you that you take. But let's let him cook.
Like you get the apocalyptic visions of AI. How real is the prospect of killer robots annihilating humanity?
Good. I want to hear
20%
that.
likely. Maybe 10%.
He's honest.
On what time frame?
He's
5 to
honest.
10 years.
So
we're literally seeing these things play out in front of us. They are telling us. The previous guy said 6 years.
We've gone through these revolutions before. Farmers with plows in the fields get replaced and horse and carts get replaced. Everything gets replaced. And I think we've got about 6 years before the economy changes.
And he's telling you 5 to 10 years. There's something there. We're not far from it. This is 2025. So what they're saying is that from 2030 to 2040, at the very maximum, we would have this AI revolution in front of us, and nobody's doing anything about it. People are literally being told to their faces that you would lose power over your day-to-day. You lose your jobs, but you'll be fine. Or we detect how things move, but you'll be fine. And there's a likelihood that these robots would come for you and, take charge of you, arrest you, and even tell you you're wrong and forcefully take you out of your homes, but you'll be fine. And the shocking part is that I read in the paper whereby the proposition is that we will get to a point very soon where human-driven cars would be illegal because humans may not be able to drive safely. We've already seen that AI has an IQ of about 1,000. Most humans are like in their 100. I'm not sure. Don't quote me wrong. But I'm trying to say that it will get to a point where being a human being will be illegal. That's pretty much it. But so how does that constitute fine is what I'll be asking Elon. But I'm hoping he asks better questions. Let's let it run.
Soon, like you see a world where that's possible.
Yeah, but you could look at it like the glass is 80, 90% full, meaning like 80% likely will have extreme prosperity for all.
It's right in front of us. And people are pretty much entertained. People are living their best lives. We're 5 to 10 years away from the apocalypse. At the very kindest way or nicest way, AI revolution. It's going to be interesting. Let's run another clip.
Has created a company, has a company now called Neuralink. And it is the first chip that is designed to actually interface in the human brain where neurons are actually interfacing with the chip to connect the human brain to the hard drive of a computer with no physical connection, with no wires. It's like kind of like a Bluetooth.
Right.
Now,
Your thoughts become manifest and
now
operate.
to a young person
Cool.
who has not been taught
Yeah.
about their bodies, their relationship to their bodies, and how rare the human potential really is. When they hear that, they say, "Sweet." You know, who wouldn't want to game without touching the keyboard? But Elon Musk himself, in an interview recently, this is fascinating. He said, as a businessman, I have to push the edge of this technology so that we can stay ahead of our competition. He said, but we need, not me specifically, our industry needs to be regulated. He says, I'm afraid.
He's been saying this for
Exactly. You see, and this is the part where I really like Elon as a person, and not just me just, shouting out to him, but he's able to tell you to your face that this is what this is going to do for you. There's the upside. This is the downside. This is what we should be doing. The things that he's recommending are not being done en masse. AI needs to be regulated. These complex technologies need to be regulated. The priority shouldn't be to develop more models. It should be to regulate the ones that are already being deployed. It's already causing these mayhem. And with the injection and the push for more advanced models, we'll get to that 5 to 10 year mark. And this is someone validating that. Let's let her on.
Of where this is going.
Yeah.
So all of this is leading to, and it's a term you just mentioned, what is called the transhuman movement. And this is a new term. It means different things to different people. Technically, there are 3 levels of transhumanism. Transhumanism is, to varying degrees, replacing our natural biology with technology.
This is the end of the clip. As much as I would like to say more, I think wrapping it up, we're getting close to the point where we've got to either accept that this AI and robotics hybrid human, let's call them human now, would be replacing the workforce, and then humans would just have to be living their best lives and just chilling and doing whatever. My point is that the human birth rate would not really matter. People would have the freedom to choose whether they want to have kids or not, because what drives the economy is usually the labor, the workforce. So if that is taken out, then there's no direct causality of humans in the success of the workforce. Therefore, with AI revolution, the workforce is solid. Humans are just there to enjoy life. So I'm also keen to see what that looks like, but I'm also concerned about the downsides. We don't know that yet until we'll experience it. The fact remains that AI in this current era is quite unsafe for most people. I'm not trying to sound like a controversial whatever, but point remains that in the next 5 to 10 years, we would be having an apocalypse of AI. Robotics, we don't know how far is too far. I'm just hoping that the regulation of AI in the form of data policies, regulatory bodies, whatever, enforcement and putting in caps and controls and standards, use of AI for whatever reasons, especially knowing that AI has an IQ about 1,000, much more than the average human being. It's important that us as humans put in control measures to ensure the safety and for the protection of people's data, privacy, and their vulnerability concerns. But that was a very good run. Until next time, I'll catch you again. Before you go, hit the subscribe, like, and share this video. Let me know what you think in the comments, right? And until next time, I'll catch you again. Ciao.
You don't know, say it, I'm on it, in. Check me pockets, man. Real dollar man playing with a hot $1, a $200. Big like the motherfucking $1,000 blazing hot, man. I straight to tell them, spend the money, man. When you mark the man.